gather up your ingredients. First we got some cilantro, some green onions, tomato, avocado, half a lime, and half a jalapeno pepper. First we'll cut this avocado. Cut it in half. We'll take the seed out. Avocado. And for this next part, we'll use a butter knife so we don't cut our hands. And we'll just want to give it a little slice. Slice it all up. Depends how you like it. If you want to do chunks, do it bigger ones. I kind of like it smushed up, so I kind of just try to cut it as small pieces as I can.
That's some small pieces. An alternate way to mash an avocado using a fork is just work your way around the edges. Smashing it in. Then get a spoon. Scoop it. Kind of flip it. And do a little more mashing. Then you got a neat little mashed avocado in half a skin.
When you're done, just scoop it all out and on to the next one. Now we're just gonna chop up the tomato. And make sure to buy organic veggies. So, finish dicing it all up. Toss it in the bowl. So cut the ends off. And just chop them all up. One way to put your fingers when you're chopping, just like this so you don't accidentally cut yourself. Just a little tip. Some people use regular yellow onions. I decided just a couple years ago to start using green onions just because they have a milder flavor. Alright, when you're all done, let's scoop them up and toss them in the bowl. Up next, some cilantro, and just chop it up finely, as fine as you can. No exact rules to this. Just remember that cooking's supposed to be fun, and it's actually not as hard as people make it seem. So now that we're done chopping it up, let's scoop it into the bowl. Onto the jalapeno. Now, I'm only gonna use half because they tend to be spicy sometimes. Also, I always cut it last because when you tend to chop it up, all the juices are gonna get all over your knife. And then later on, if you have other stuff to chop, that juice is gonna get all over your hands and it's not gonna feel very nice. So just chop this up very finely. Also, when you put it in your guacamole, you might wanna put it in a little bit at a time, just in case it's really spicy, because sometimes you never know. When we're all done, scoop it back up, toss it in. So just to recap, we got some avocado, tomato, green onions, cilantro, and some jalapeno. So now we'll add our last two ingredients, one which I forgot to mention, salt, very important, and the lime. Salt it. I usually try not to put a lot and then taste it. You can always add more. Alright, when you're done mixing, just give it a taste. Now that's some awesome guacamole. So, that's how you make guacamole. Super simple. I want to give a shout out to Visual Noise, Jenny and Heather, who encouraged me to make a video about making guacamole. Also, shout outs to my executive producer Lawless.
Ow!
Behind the camera and all the fancy shots. And shout outs to Olympia. Good night, internet. Go to sleep.